Hello there, and welcome to this episode of A Tiny Dot in Space, where I explore the world on GeoGuessr region by region. That is, I play the regions, states, territories, counties, whatever you call the various first levels of subdivisions of the countries on planet Earth, and I explore them, well, with three aims in mind. A, to see places I've never gone to and probably will never go to, and B, try to have some fun while doing so, and C, try to score 25,000 points on GeoGuessr in the region that I'm playing at any given time. If I do so, well, that region is done for and will not feature again later in the series. If I do fail to play 25k, well, it might feature again at some later date. And today, we're moving into an area that is, that I am heading into with a mix of trepidation and curiosity and a little bit of excitement. We're going into Uzbekistan, and we're going into the Qashqadaryo province, or region rather. And, this is one of those maps that is all photospheres or third-party photography. There's only two roads that are covered in at any sort of length, although calling it length when you covered like this little length here in the capital of Karshi is stretching it a bit. But then you have this thing, which is from what I could see when I was putting these markers down, it's pretty much running up a gully, and it's quite a sight. So yeah, I am going into this completely blind, and of course, a lot of these places will be unpinnable for me. I mean, I just have to take a punt, but still, I'll try to explore as much as I can before I do so, or as much as I can be, bothered to do. But at least I'll try to drink in the sights if at all possible. So yeah, here goes. 3.6 million people, 28,500 square kilometers. And the capital is the city of Karshi, which has 300,777 people as of this year. Well, this should be interesting. Let's go. So, yep, we'll make a challenge out of that. Like so. Copy the link, put the link in the safe spot, and we start the game. Well, I'm going to venture the thought that we are in Karshi. There are other cities in this place, so that's an interesting ruin. So is that a castle or an old mosque or a mix of both? Now, this is a compound of some sort, and I would sort of assume that it is a university. So I'm going to go with that idea for now. So there are some sizable towns. So we've got Sabs, and Kitab over here. We've got Karshi, we've got Kazan, and let's see, Mubarak might be one. Let's head into Karshi first and have a look for anything that looks like a university or something. Could also be, no, we're not around this park. Let's see, we're looking westwards. So if it were, well, that's not entirely unreasonable, is it? Let's go looking southeast. Okay, so that doesn't work. Okay, how about this stadium here? No, that doesn't work either. So, well, we definitely got a park here. That's a big one. I can't move, so I'm just stuck here. So we've got a big park here. We could, of course, be on a path within the park. That's also a possibility. A model? What on earth? Okay. Interesting stuff. So... Hmm. I don't know. Let's just have a look up in this area as well. There's a another university or something of a sort. A zoo park. Camelot. Is it what I think? So, sort of stuff here. Well, the roads don't go in the right direction, that's the thing. Except this one. This road bends down there, and then there's the question of what this huge compound is. And then there's that ruin. So we are most likely not here, even if I like this road. Well, I'm gonna put it there for now anyway. So let's see. Have a look up in Kitab. No, I don't think so. Okay, how about Bektemir? No, it doesn't look like that either, but there's still some other towns. So have a look at Aimak. Don't quite recall where all of these markers were. So I just know that there was a couple of cities, or a few cities, that had a reasonable number of. Oh, what about this? Thing is, this is not a driving road per se. This looks like kind of like a city gate or something. That's a wall. That's a city wall. Look at that. Okay, that I would say is more likely to be in Kashi. Possibly. Now, how can we... What could this be then? I guess we could be over here on the Uzbekistan street. But that's the question of that wall. And there are way too many buildings here. We're supposed to have a big park, or at least a park of some sort to the east. This is a puzzler, all right. And I do not think we are here. State University, but the roads are all going in the... Well, except for this one. And then this... Well... So you can't see any walls. That's the main worry here, and we're definitely not on the A380. Otherwise, this area would have fit well. And I don't think we're here. And that road is leaning too much towards the west. And then there's this place, but that's not it either. So we'll need a road that is somewhat long. Runs in a northwesterly direction, and only just. And no, we aren't on that road. And we've checked that already. And this one is not adding up, as well as it's a dual carriageway road, so we got this area. Nope. Yeah, I'm starting to run out of options here, I think. Qashqadaryo. Okay, I'm gonna have one more look over here. Kitab. This area. Well, why not? Except that it isn't, but no. This is one of those where I will have to uncle, I guess. And just take a punch. I'm gonna say that we're somewhere in Kachi. And I'm gonna say that we are. Let's see if we can find an open area somewhere. Hmm. Well, my instincts are telling me that we're not here, but I'm gonna go with it anyway. So, okay, so I'm gonna slap it in the middle there and see how far away I am. But over here. Nope. Okay, let's just do that and see how far off we are. Ah, we were over here after all. Ah, ah, ah. Man. I just didn't look far enough south. No, actually, I did look in this area. I remember that mausoleum place, but ay. Okay, that could have gone a lot better. Okay, so where are we now then? Those are registration plates you don't see every day. Il Museo. Okay, a burger station. Karshi Davlat Universiteti. Okay, at least this time we know that we are in Karshi. Now let's head back into Karshi and not go into Turkmenistan. Now let's see. Could this be the place? Let's see. We're looking north. Yeah, this could definitely be the place. Yeah, that's the burger station. Aha. Let's see. So we are. Let's just have a look at. We are on the sidewalk looking there. Let's see if I look straight west. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Cool, so it did get a 5K at least. Nice. Ah. Remember I told you about the road going up the gully? Here we are. Right, let's see if I'm able to locate that thing. Let's see, that's up here. It's running up. It's this piece of road spaghetti here. And, well, that's gonna be a right beast to figure out. So, let's see now. So that's the road going east, the road going west. Have a look at this. Okay, so we are generally going eastwards. And yeah, there's a lot of snipped off bits on this road as well. Now they increase as from what I remember, those snipped off bits increase in numbers as we get further and further east. That was a question about how far east did this thing go. Okay, but yeah, so we know we're on snipped off piece of road. We're going west, and then we're going southwest, and the valley is... I guess I'm going very southwest, like as in totally southwest, and even turning a little south. Okay. Let's see. So let's follow this road a little bit. Could have been here. Maybe I like the idea of that better. Or this even more. Or that. Well, let's see how far we can follow the road for now. So we go south of southwest. And that could work on any of these stretches of road. Now we're getting a very distinct turn that almost takes us due west. Could that be here? And then, yeah, it goes a little westwards for a bit, and then it starts turning. Now we're sort of southwest. We turn a little more, and we're due southwest, and then we go almost west again. That would work more with this one, really. But then we don't have that, I think. Let's see, here we go. We even go completely westwards for a bit. And then we start turning again on the southwest. And now we get very subtly. And there are roads on either side of the river. I'm wondering if I'm looking at the right road. That's also a question. Am I doing the right thing? That's the big question here. So yeah, where did that road go? Did it run here or did it run up there? That's the big question. And yeah, let's say that it ran up here. Can we find any places here where it actually runs on both sides of the river? Well, there are no ends of places here that would fit. Again, this is the end of the road. So it could basically be anywhere. So there's some big hydropower thing going on there, I think. doesn't it? A road across going up like that. There's also a road going across there, I think. Yeah. Yeah, so now we're here. So, the trouble is I've lost sight of how many bends have gone around. So let's see, so here we're going west, and before we halted in our tracks, we're going quite eastwards. And then the road is obviously going to turn. And here we are going. I so want to get this one right, or at least marginally right. So here we're going. Yeah, we're going almost due west for a bit. Then we take a quick turn for southwest. Let's see, could we now be here? Approaching. No, we're not. We're on one of those two. Let's see. So here we're going quite south-ish. The thing is, I don't remember how many of these big southwestern things we went. Let's see, so if we are indeed here, no, that doesn't work. Because here we are going west. Oh, and here comes the Japanese thingy. So that starts down. No, that doesn't start down there. Let's see, because we're going to pass through that. Like so. And then we are going to have a long stretch of road. We're going to have a long stretch of road before we hit this thing. So I think we just came through there. Yeah, that could work. This bend could be this one. Now I know there is misalignment on this map. Not particularly only about this road, where a lot of this road is lined out on the opposite side of the river. Let's see, so now it should be here. And we're now going northeast. And hopefully, yes, we are turning eastwards. And I'm gonna go. Now here's where things start to get a little iffy. Because here we go. Well, we could be here. I'm not so sure about that. Have we gone around? I'm a bit more comfortable thinking that we're up here right now. Let's see. Because we are. And that is a long bend. It could be that one. So let's say that we're here now. And now we're getting close to where we started out. Which is, let's say, most likely here. If I'm anywhere near where this is, that should be a good guess, I think. Okay, fair enough. You see there's a lot of misalignment here, but okay. I'm fairly happy with that route. Ooh. And this is the same road. definitely more spruced up. So I guess that means that we are... hang on. We are... Oh, come on. We must be... Well, yeah, we must be... I would assume that we're somewhere around here. Possibly here. Let's see now. So how does this road run up to this point? Oh. Oh, okay. Right, this is where it is road spaghetti. Yeah, then we have a fair few number of options. How about this area? Let's see now. So, I don't like that one. But let's see now. So I got one switch back to in the eastern corner, and then we head up another one. So if we're now here, and it's gonna curve, yes, it's gonna curve here before it heads around another corner. Just look at the nature here. Okay, so we're presumably here now. Now it depends on the nature of this turn coming up. Is it a 90-degree, another sort of long curving one, or is it another hairpin? And I'm sorry for the absolute arthritic pace, but this is as fast as the game is allowing me to move right now. At least without glitching too badly. And yeah, well, please let this be the bend. Let this be the bend. I believe this is the bend. Well, the trouble is they've built a new road. And could be that the old road is still on the map. Well, here you see what they are doing. Let's see, that's a bit of a hairpinny thingy going down. Yeah, we have to be here somewhere. Okay, so let's see now. So yeah, so we no. But how does that work? So here we're heading, yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, that kind of works, doesn't it? So we're sort of in the middle of this curve here, I think. So let's try that. Yeah, that was about as close as I could get with the misalignment. Cool bit. Oh no, here again. Okay. Oh my goodness me, look at that. Okay, so we're definitely on the same road. Okay. Okay. So we're over here again. We have a piece of road. Now, the question is, does this whole thing... We got lake over there. To the southwest. And we were over here. Now, there are no pieces of road. Not many pieces of road going in this direction. That is granted that this is the area we are in. we could we be there? Okay, let's go down. Let's go south. We got a very sharp bend towards the northeast, even. Boom. Well, I should explore some other options as well. I'm having a suspicion, but let's see if that will play out. Oh ho. Well. What do you know? Huh. So there's an intersection in one of these bends. And that road goes like that way. So we're going southwest on that road. So we're not there. Definitely not here. So could we be even further up then? So let's see, what's the road like when we get further up? It doesn't do stuff like that, does it? Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got to go down the hill. Okay, well, that explains a couple of things I was seeing. So I thought the road was continuing up there, but it isn't. So going west, turning north, northwest. Yeah, what about this area? That could sort of work, can't it? Let's see. Except that it doesn't. We're not gonna. So here we go, southeast. Well, I could still work with that, but we're missing buildings. No sign or trace of those. And then there's a question of whether the map is updated or not with the new roads. No, this doesn't look right, does it? Huh. So we've gone south, and we got this lake coming up, which I am fairly certain is the same lake that we were looking at earlier in the previous round. I would be quite surprised if it isn't. And here's a dam. The dam is to the west. And we're not crossing the dam. And let's see, so we're going south. No, here we're going east. Okay, then could we have been over here? Yeah, no, I'm well and truly confused. This one is not going to come easy. So we're going southeast. And south again. east. And even more east. That's a cafe. No, Kater. That's so strange that we're going east. So I'm having such a hard time making this work. And here we're hitting the road. Okay, let's just hit the asphalt. Follow it for a bit. It goes eastwards. That is the big, big, big puzzler. So previously when we were on the asphalt, we were over here. I think we might have been over here. Because that works with the photo op and the road now generally gone eastwards. Let's see. And then it's going to curve northwards and it's going to have a fairly gentle... It's not going to do a hairpin thing, but it's going to do a fairly gentle thingy here. Yes, and then we got that road there. Got you now. Okay. So, I just need to confirm what's going up ahead. So if I'm right, we're currently getting close to this bend, which should be the one we're entering now. And then, where on earth is... Oh, there it is. Oh, that was hard to spot. Yeah, then we're here. And we're going to turn south, and even southeast-ish, before we round this corner. Yes, here we go. Yep. We got you now. We got you now. So we are actually a bit further down than I thought. Let's see, yeah, because here we are almost... Yeah, we're almost on this bend. Let's see, I'm not going to count my way up there because we're so close to the bend. So I'm going to say we're there. Yay! That's it. Okay. Well, except for that one big bad miss on the first round, that was actually quite doable. Okay. Dropped points due to misalignment on 2 runs, but that was far from the horror I envisioned it as being. So yeah, it's a shame I couldn't get that one straight. That's going to rankle me for a long time. But yeah, I'm actually quite happy with that. So yeah, Qashqadaryo in Uzbekistan. Well, tried it, liked it, and I'm glad that you're still with me here on a tiny dot in space. And I hope you'll join me when the next episode is up. Until then, bye-bye.